guys, so we're making a series of videos on some of the most common training equipment we use here, how to put it on, how to take it off, how to fit it to your dog. Next one up that we're doing is the prong collar. So I just grabbed the prong collar out of the training room. I think this is Louis' prong collar. So a couple things here with the prong collar. We we always buy hamstring or prong collars, and we primarily buy 2.25 millimeter ones. Some of it's the quality. It's just really nice quality metal, really nicely put together well. It also provides us with a piece in the middle for the trachea, and the tips are nice and rounded. We don't have, sometimes the store-bought ones that you buy, the tips are sharp, like they're cut off and they're sharp. Some are rounded, but not all. What other thing that we do with a prong collar when we get it in is we can either add this little clip or sometimes use a carabiner, but it's our safety backup for our prongs. We add this in. This doesn't come like when we order the prongs, this doesn't come with it. We either order these clips or we get carabiners. So on our prong we have a couple different things. We have what we call an active ring, and it's half-shaped, circly moon looking thing, and it twists around on the top. So when you have this is the one your leash is going to attach to. So if you're out walking, your leash isn't going to get all twisted. We also what we call the dead ring. It's this round ring. This is where the backup clip goes, is on that, because the backup clip's going to go to your flat collar, your martingale collar, and your dog. Okay. So I just randomly grabbed one out of the training room, so I'm pretty positive this is going to be too big for Chris. Come here, buddy. Come here. We have Chris here. Chris is demoing our equipment. He's actually worked on all the equipment that we are demoing with at some point in time while we've been working with him. So this is obviously going to be too big. If I put this on Chris, it's going to go really low on his neck, and that's not where we want a prong collar to go. It's going to be super loose. It's not going to be very effective for it. So how do we fit it? Well, one, we can take links out of this. So I'm going to start by taking some links out. I'm actually going to take 3 out. And you might go, why 3? I'm just guessing. I might end up adding one in, I might taking more out. And actually, my guess is right. 3 was good. This is a good fit. So how do I know it's a good fit? 1, it's going to be higher up on his neck, and I want it snug, not tight. So it has some move, it has some give to it, but it's not super tight and it's not running down. So my trick to putting on a prong collar, I just put it on here my trick to putting on a prong collar is to give yourself the least amount of work. Hi, Chris. Chris, can you sit? No, I don't need you to tap. Sit. Good boy. Chris is my wash service dog. He does really great. He works at home. He's a service dog at home, but he's too sound sensitive in public, so but you're a great dog anyhow. So my trick when I do prong collar is I like to disconnect it near one of the ends of the chain. Doesn't matter which one. It doesn't matter if I did this one versus that one. And what I do is as I go to put it on, I put the chain part over the back of the neck, because that's the part where the leash is going to go. So rather than, say, putting the chain down here and having to move it, I just automatically put it on there and then clip. Okay? And I'll show you how we do the clip part here in a sec. Now, what happens, say, if I got it on and I didn't want to take it off and readjust for the chain, there is a way you can move it. Now, this works best on your short hair breeds. This is going to be really hard on your long hair breeds. Like, I don't recommend it on your border collie, long hair border collie. He's a smooth coat, so it'll work on him, or like if you have a poodle or a doodle and they had a long hair, it's not going to work well on these guys. Or say you have a Malamute, it's not going to work well on those guys. But you can take at 9 and 3, and you can turn the collar clockwise, and it will just slide on their fur. You guys want to take both. If you only do one hand, it doesn't work. You got to take both and just slide them together, just like you're turning a steering wheel on a car, and it'll slide. So this works well on short hair breeds. It does not work well on long hair breeds. So how did I connect it? Oh boy, you did a good job, buddy. How did I connect it? Well, here's what I do. Here's my trick. Not really a trick, but this is what I do. I put in one side of the prong, then I squeeze the pieces together and pop it in. So let me show you again. I take, Chris, you want to lay down? Good boy. So I take one side of the prong. It doesn't matter which side you do. I tend to do the one furthest away from you. That's just habit. So you could do this one too and squeeze. Squeeze and pop in. So before you try to start fitting it on your dog a bunch, just play around with it in your hands so you get good. Oh, there's Romeo. Romeo the dog training cat. So, how do we take it apart? Once I got it together, here's how I usually take it apart. Okay, so I usually stick one thumb here, and one thumb here, and this thumb over here is going to go down. The thumb with my band-aid is going to go down. The thumb on the top is going to go up, and I just pop apart. Okay. So again, you can do this on any link. I just happen to grab this one because we're going to put this collar on him. But you can do it on any link. Here, I'll do it one in the middle. So, the one with this ring here, I'm going to push down, and the little prongs I'm going to push up. Go opposite each other. I'm going to go opposite. This one's going down. My hand with my band-aid's going down. The other hand's going up. And it works the best when you go quick. So, if I do it back here, you can see I'm just going to do it really quick. So practice this separate from your dog before you do a bunch of it on your dog, because then you'll get really good at it, and your dog will thank you. So back to Chris, come on buddy, good boy. He's just laying down on the floor here. Okay, sit, good boy. So again, I'm going to take it over and I'm going to put it across the back, the chain across the back of my dog's neck. And let's see if I can move the camera closer so you can see it a little better. Move it down a bit. There, that might help. Oops, sorry guys, I hit it with the back of my foot. Okay, so I've got the chain on the back of my dog's neck. I took off the safety clip so I could show you what we were doing. So the safety clip's going to go on that round ring, that dead ring. And what I need to make sure is that the dead ring is on the bottom. So here's my leash. You can see my leash is going to be on top. The dead ring's going to be on the bottom. I'm going to clip it to the dead ring. Okay, I just clipped it to the dead ring there. And then I'm going to clip it to my dog. He's wearing a martingale. I'm going to clip it to the martingale. Okay, now my leash, grab a leash here. My leash is going to go on the active ring, which is on top. That way I can use it. Okay, so why have a backup? Well, if for any reason you ever didn't put the prong collar on all the way and it comes off during your walk, there we go. You can see we're still got our dog on a leash. Okay, I'm gonna go with that common thing. No, I think I've had it happen once in 5 years, maybe twice. It's not common at all if you're putting your equipment together properly. So I'm gonna put it back on him again. Now you can put your prong collar on attached to your leash and everything. I tend to put the collar on by itself, usually with the backup clip on, and then put the leash on later. That's just mine. You can have the leash attached, doesn't matter. So I'm going to do the other direction, because you can do both directions. Again, I'm going to lay the chain across the top of the neck. It's nice up and high behind his ears. I'm going to clip. Now if you can see here, try to move this closer, that right now, that dead ring is on the top. Okay, it's on the top. We don't want it on the top. So I'm going to move it so it goes underneath and is on the bottom. So it's on the bottom. Because you might go, well, if it's on the top, big deal. Well, when it's on the top, and your leash doesn't work as effectively because things are all trying to move on top of each other. So here's the setup you want to see. You want to see active ring on the top, the round dead ring on the bottom, and then clipped either with a double clip like this, or you can use a carabiner between the two. Okay, for them. Alright. So yeah, this is our basics for our prong collar and how we do the setup on that. If you have any questions on it, please let me know, and I'd be happy to help. Okay, talk to you later. Bye-bye.